Beautiful, beautiful Sunday. Just got done working out with the sun. You understand me? Got the coffee on deck. Feeling good. I'm feeling faded and X-rated. Yeah, man, we gonna talk about how do you establish legacy. That's what I want to talk about. Um, I feel like this is significant for the culture, significant for our people, significant for our black males. So yeah, I wanted to talk about this on this Sunday. There's never a right time to do it. It's only a wrong time if you choose not to do it. You know. So let's talk about it. How do we establish legacy? Let some people roll in. Let some people roll in. Whoever wanna roll in, and we're gonna get on to it. Hold on, real quick. Oh shit. Me and my son was having some deep conversations last night, man. I said, boy, you must be listening to your father speak because you speak with an exquisite tongue, my boy. That boy was talking that talk. Man, his perception of things is quite astonishing. He's a well put together little man on his thoughts. But how do you establish legacy? Okay, first off, you have to believe that with any legacy that you can see, far as like a blueprint of somebody who has done things that have outlived their existence, right? I'll probably give you the biggest example that there is to man. You know, that would be Jesus Christ, right? People still talk about Jesus Christ for as long as 2,000 years now, right? So if you look at his legacy, you know, you can see that on that path he had done and accomplished a lot of different things, right? But he had intentions, you know, to accomplish those great things that made him this great monarch, right? So we have to put ourselves in the mindset of what can I leave behind because I'm not going to be here forever. And no, this is not a sales pitch. Even though I did used to do, you know, life insurance and I understand that process and I understand how to sell to people. Right? Leaving something behind, creating something that will outlive you is very significant for our community. Right? So, how do we do that? So, like I said, first you have to have true intentions. You have to create a plan. You know, you have to start with the right mindset. If that is that I'm not doing this for me. So this is bigger than me. So right there at the gate, that ignites a motivation deep inside of you, right? To get these goals or get this mission accomplished. You see? See, if you're doing everything for yourself, you only gonna go so far. Yourself can only take you so far. You know, if you're not leading with some type of true attentions, something that's beyond you. You know? And if you look at Jesus Christ, like I said, that was one of the great examples of a person that left a divine legacy. If you look outside of that example and you just look at people who have done remarkable things with the small time of them being on this planet, just in the black community, you got Tupac, which in the rap community you got Nipsey Hussle, you got Young Dolph, you have people who have left behind legacies that will outlive themselves, and people will talk about them for years and years and years to come. So understanding that first aspect is that you have to be intentional with your goals. Secondly, you have to put footwork behind your goals and your mindset. You know, everything starts in the mind, right? So now we got to put the footwork. We got to go out and get the contracts done, the paperwork done. If that's you know what I'm saying, if that may be a life insurance policy, if that may be a will, if that may be a contractual agreement between you and another party, and getting that contractual agreement notarized. The initial step after creating the true intentions through your mind of wanting to create a legacy, right, is the footwork. Getting these things laid out to where you can see them, they're in paper, the right beneficiaries or the right parties know that these, how you say, these contractual agreements or these demands should be met and will be met, as long as you take the authority as the man, you know, to make sure that these obligations are followed through. Right? And I'm going to say this while I'm on this topic, because even till this day, you see successful men, mostly men, they really don't get in the media and put a woman's business out like that if she had her affairs together before her last days. But a man, especially a black man, they'll let it be known if he didn't have his affairs in order before his demise. We are having too many broken homes in the black community. And there is no intention. There is no attention or being thought of any legacy. I feel like we got to throw away this notion of we don't have it, right? That we really don't have the funds necessary or the means necessary to provide the next generation after us a pathway to greatness, to give them an opportunity to take the ball and run with it instead of having to basically come off the bench like we have, right? The information is out there. The means is out there. We are definitely making more money than our elders, right? That's the statistical, and that's also, you know what I'm saying, it's statistical and it's visible that we are making more money than our elders. So with that being said, we have to put the things in place to make sure that the pathway that they take is different from ours, right? And going back to the homes, there's too many homes, right, in our community, Black community, with just a mother and kids. There are too many. So the men have to take the initiative to create processes and create foundation for their lineage, because we are the guiders, we are the leaders, and you have to be truthful. You have to be truthful in your communication with your partner and let them know what everything is and how it's gonna go before you guys create this family, and then you end up leaving the family at an early, or having an early exit from the family due to, you know, bad decisions or just bad fate. So what am I saying? So what I'm saying is, young Black brother, guess what? If you gonna be a street nigga, if you signing up to be a street nigga, right? You know what come with that. We all know what come with being a street nigga, right? You need to sit down with that woman or these women and let them know, hey, baby girl, I'm a street nigga and I'm not gonna change. But this is what I need you to do, right? I'm gonna write down what I'm gonna do for you and what I'm gonna do for the kids if something were to happen to me, right? And y'all need to go get that notarized, because that gives her the obligation to tend to your affairs, and that's leaving behind your legacy. Because once you have an early exit, or an early demise, your legacy stops there. Your legacy is you died as a street nigga that didn't take care of his kids. That's what she gotta tell her kids. Your father died in the streets. It isn't that your dad died in the streets, but he set up all this before all of that happened because he knew exactly what he was getting into. Right? So your dad said that you get 20,000, your brother get 20,000, and to get the other 10,000 and get the other 10,000, you have to do a year of trade school, or you have to do 2 years of college. Now, you see how fundamentally different that is versus just going out here and just having every intention on just getting the bag and not putting no thought behind it. See, we are very methodical. We are very intelligent to a certain degree. There's some brothers out there that can make some money. But we have to put some intelligence behind it. And understand that if you playing that particular game, right? You understand what it means to lose in that game. You need to set things aside. Not later. ASAP. ASAP, soon as possible. Soon you know you having a baby. Because most of y'all, I ain't going to say most, some of y'all brothers be having 2 girls pregnant at once. And we know the statistics where, women, y'all choosing the same man in our community to have kids with. So there has to be a sit down by the men to be like, this is what's going on. I need a life insurance policy, or we need to go to the attorney and we need to set up this will, because I need to make sure that you guys are taken care of first, first part, and then secondly, that my legacy lives on. Because that's what she's going to say. That's what she's going to tell the kids. The woman is the womb to the next generation. She is the portal to the next generation. Right? So she's going to set you apart, even if she got different baby daddies or whatever. That don't matter. You do your part. If we all do our part individually, the kids, the woman will be taken care of and creating a wonderful legacy for yourself. Because she is going to spread the message in the word. Yes, my baby daddy was a street nigga, but he had his affairs in order before he left here, because he knew what he was signing up for, and I knew who I was getting involved with. Right? And that's putting thought behind your actions and making sure that your lineage is taken care of, or making sure that your lineage has a foundation to run with the ball, right? Because it's so many women out here scuffling and struggling. And I see this story, I hear this story all the time, that their significant other had an early demise. Now you got a woman out here with 3 kids, you know what I'm saying? Or their significant other is in the penitentiary. Now you got a woman out here with 3 or 4 kids, and she's trying to do everything on her own. You understand me? And that's why sometimes these women, our women, the black woman, gets a bad rap for being angry. Right? She's not angry. She's tired. Let me say this too. I work nights, right? And I work around like 75% women. I like working with women. Women work hard, right? But all I hear in there is, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. And I'm like, I bet you are. See, me and my cousin was talking about this, right? Women are not supposed to be doing the same things as a man. This is my opinion. I'm not saying that you're not capable. Listen to how I'm saying it. I'm not saying that you're not capable, right? But you're not supposed to be doing the same things as a man. Right? Physically, we were made to do what we do. You know, protect, provide, you know, procreate. That's why we can, you know what I'm saying? That's why we can have multiple babies if we wanted to. We can impregnate her, impregnate her, impregnate her. I'm not saying it's right, you know. I firmly believe that a man should only impregnate multiple women if he can afford those medical women or if they have some type of agreement. Because everything doesn't have to everything doesn't have to be built around money necessarily. It's just the fact of understanding. If multiple parties have an understanding, you get me, then that's the value right there. So, brothers, have that talk. Have that communication with your partner because there is no legacy without a man. There is no legacy without a man. Now, there are great women in history. There are. We've had many, right? We have many. But we have more great men, you know, that have done, if not the same amount, more amazing things, right? I know this conversation is coming out of nowhere. I didn't post up no video saying or no posting saying that I was gonna get on here and go live. I'm just spontaneous. God be putting stuff on my heart, and he like just go up there and speak and just let these people hear your thought process, you know. But yeah, let's get the pen to the pad. Let's get the contractual agreements together. Let's go. Let's get to the attorneys. It's not like we don't have the money. That's the thing. Like, you got to think. Like, I sold life insurance for 3 years, and I've sit down. I sit down with more white people than I sit with black people and Hispanic people. I sit down with more Caucasian people, Hispanic people than actual black people. And they have a better coping of one day that they're not going to be here. And they want to set the table for their family. See, yes, there is a hand in play in making sure that we don't operate at a highly rate as a community. Yes, there is a hand in play, right? But the other hand, so you got two hands, right? You got a left and you right. You know. The other hand is we don't make that intentional. You know. The men in our community don't make that intentional to lay out a foundation for our families. We don't make it a fucking priority. Excuse my language. I try not to cuss. But I'm just tired of seeing it. You know, if you're going to be a street nigga, get your paperwork in order. Now for my 9 to 5ers, my business owners, I'm gonna say my business owners. Let's go to my business owners. Now, you know about paperwork, right? My business owners, we know about paperwork. So you know, if you're running a business, that you got to make sure that if something were to happen to you, that this significant other or your children gets a piece of this business, right? All this stuff boils down to paperwork and sitting down and making adjustments and governing things the right way. You look at these top celebrities, like for instance, Chadwick Boseman. This man, his family got like, I think his family got like 2 mil, and the state took 2 mil. That was because he didn't have certain things written down on paper, and he had a significant other. He had a wife, so he didn't sit down and really delegate on how things was going to be played out, and he knew he was about to exit this reality, right? So we have to make time for that. You know, you need to put a will in place. But first off, it starts with a pen and a piece of paper. Hey, baby, come here. What you think about this? What you think about this, baby? You know what she gonna say? Baby, I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to hear that. Nah, sit your ass down right here. We about to talk about this because we are the leaders. See, protection isn't just physical. Protection isn't just physical. Protection can be financial. You know, protection is also, you know what I'm saying, mentality. See, I've always had a comfortable relationship with death. Let me say that. After seeing my father die before my eyes, it changed my life. I've always been comfortable with death. You know, when I get on here and speak about certain topics, which I'm not going to put in this live, y'all don't be noticing it, but Facebook be taking my videos down. Like, YouTube then took a video of mine down. But I'm not never worried about nobody taking me and putting me the fuck up. Because I got paperwork in order. Because if you take me out, you kill me, you better kill my whole lineage. Because I'm already in just like I send my school, I wish I didn't have to send my child to school, right? I'm not there yet. I'm getting there. My next child probably won't be going to school. But I indoctrinate my kids with certain things, just like the school does, right? See, the school does the programming, then when they come back home, they get a different programming. That's what I do. That falls on me. I program my fiance. You know. And sometimes you do gotta talk to your girl as if she a child. That's your baby, right? That's why it's so important for us to be right intellectually. Right? Because the woman is the nurturer of the children. But we protect and we provide and we have to nurture our woman. Because it's a line of command. Right? God, man, woman, kids, and we all report up, right? So as I'm getting downloads from God, as I sit in my solitude, I'm teaching her. Even if she don't want to hear it. And anybody know about anything that you need to learn, or any type of programming or design that is just is repetitive. You know, you learn something by repetition. It's just like a song being played over and over. You may not even like the goddamn song, but you done heard it 3-4 times, so that shit is in your head. That's how I am with my fiance. So when I'm gone, she know how to follow out the orders. She already know what she gonna do. They like everybody around her mourning and crying. She crying a little bit, but she already got in her mind to do. Kenny told me to do this and do that. That's what I'm gonna do. In the name of the Gamble family. You see that? You see how fucking powerful that is? Nigga, that's power. Nigga, that's gangster. What's gangster is, I go outside tomorrow, get hit by a motherfucking car. My wife know where to go get the life insurance. She know how to set everything up. She know how to move the money around. And you know, when people come into her and blah blah blah, all that bullshit, and throwing her out, trying to throw her off her rocker, she gonna be like, this is what Kenny wanted. This is how he wanted it. This is what he told me to do. This is what I'm doing. And guess what? And guess how your kids gonna talk about you? Because she gonna tell your kids that, yeah, your daddy went outside, he got hit by a bus or whatever, but he did this and this and that. He left this and that. You know. So, legacy is important. A legacy is gangster. You understand me? It's one of the most gangster shit that you can do. Put your affairs in order. You know? And my 9-to-5ers, you know, which I respect. I'm a 9-to-5er. I'm a small business owner too. You know? I know, like I said, I learned about paperwork. I learned about paperwork from being an entrepreneur, from being in sales. And that's what everything is about. Everything is a contractual agreement in the United States. So don't put hoping that she do this and hoping that she do that. No, lay that shit down. Put that shit in order so she can have direction, because you're supposed to be guiding her and those kids. And yes, we gonna have overwhelming times to where we just don't want to be here no more. We don't want to deal with this shit. But I say this, you know, this world is about pain and pleasure, right? I was just telling my son about this shit. I find out different ways physically to try to hurt myself. And why do I do that? Because it's something new. See, I can never think I know everything. I'm always growing. If you always in a state of an open mind and you don't know everything, you always can grow. That's why I would never get on here and say things like there's one way of doing to handle your objectives. It's not one way of doing it. This is just one way I know to create legacy. You know what I'm saying? I hope this video is helping somebody. you know, because this is my effort, my value effort to do, you know. This is very important for us as we going forward. If you've been paying attention and notice, the world is changing. The world is changing. People are leaving here earlier. You know, systems are falling. You know, veils are falling. You can see people for who they are. You know, things are changing. Put your shit in order. Put your shit down. Don't be a fool out here. Don't be thinking that God owe you another day, because he don't. He don't. Don't nobody owe you shit. But you owe yourself. You owe yourself, and you owe the people that depend on you. Because your family, they look at you right here. They look at you right here. You want to know who was my first superhero? The first man I see do some extraordinary shit that I was like, that motherfucker right there, he the real Mortal Kombat. He the real Street Fighter. Motherfucker, he the real, you know what I'm saying? He the real X-Men. My father. Even though he did not do the things that I'm explaining to you guys, right? But he still has a legacy because he immortalized himself while he was here. He gave me things that I kept with me outside of being indoctrinated in school or going to a trade school or going to a financial school. You understand me? He gave me things that they can't take away from me. So just understand that, man, about your family. They look at you totally different than the world around you. So you have to do your due diligence, excuse me, in making sure that they are together. You know? Yeah, because they counting on you. They counting on you even if they don't know it, because they think you're going to be here forever. And they think you're going to be here forever. I do sometimes feel like I'm going to be here forever, though. Like, I know, if you ever knew me, what's up, G-World? If you ever knew, what's up, Mook? If you ever knew me, yeah. I think I can do anything if I really want to do it. You know? I'm just that type of guy. But I'm not a fool, you know? I can be cocky. I can be arrogant, but I'm not a fool. You know. So that's how we establish legacy. We have to establish that. Lay that foundation for your family so they can reap the rewards of being intertwined with you through this lifetime, right? That's who's supposed to be getting the rewards for being with you. You know, I hope everybody enjoying their Sunday. Peace to everybody. Peace to the gods. I'm out.